I know, right? But another thing that needs to be done, I need to get this out of the cup. I think it'll be a lot healthier if I get it out of the cup. Can't wait till it warms up and I can bring everything outside. So after this one, I'm going to put it in this big basket to thicken up since it's doing so good. And after this one's done, I've got those 2 hibiscus, and something's going on with my twin trunk ficus. It just went downhill and I have to pull it out of its little bitty pot and find out what's going on with it, so I'll do that one too. So I'll do this one first. And I know it's weird that I'm doing this in full leaf, and in fact the bugs are pretty bad on this, and this was one that I sprayed, and you can see it's all juvenile bugs. There's not too many adults, so these probably hatched out. I'm gonna have to go and spray this first before I repot it, so I'm just gonna go and do that off camera. Alright, all clean, bug free, sort of, I guess, maybe again. It's every few days now. It's crazy. See if I can zoom you guys in a little bit. I know the tree's tall, but we're going to look at some of the roots. And I know it's in full leaf, and I realize I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm a bad, bad girl. But I need this tree to thicken up more. It's it leafed out really early after I brought it in the house, and it's maybe 3 times as thick as all the other ones. Doesn't seem to want to come out. Oh yeah, look at those roots. Definitely need something bigger. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that big thick root. That must be the tap root. So I let this dry to make it easier. Looks like I put this in that really same sandy soil that I used for the, or at least part of it that I used for the azaleas. So it must have been, well, I usually do my seeds in leftover or reused soil, so judging by all the sand in here, it's gotta be one of the cactus mixes. Wow, that's pretty nice. You guys seeing that? Barely, eh? Whoa! Maybe zoom out a little bit here. There, maybe you guys can see that a little bit better. Hopefully there's enough light. Wow, this is quite the mat of roots in here. This is beautiful to see. Definitely needs to be in a bigger pot. I'm going to put it in this gigantic, way too big basket, but I'm doing that on purpose. We'll see how it does. It does have a bunch of different root planes. You can see the tap root there. You can see where it's been hitting the edge of the pot. Now I don't think I'll be able to just wild chop it because it's in full leaf. Look at that taproot. Isn't that awesome? That's pretty cool. Yeah. See where it hit the bottom of the cup? I'm quite happy with this root system. Just going to untangle as much as I can. I want to chop this. I love that wavy root. It's too bad. Too bad we don't keep that. But I'll probably chop it back as far as possible. And I'm thinking probably at this first bend would be a good spot because there's lots of roots there. Just have to untangle all these back ones first. And I want this to grow, even though I like this bend in it, I want this to grow nice and straight. So this little bend at the top here, I think I would prefer if roots grew around this bend, and I'll be able to take that off after and just have a straight stem sticking up. So that would be for the future. I can't do that today. Wow, it's quite the tangle of roots. Definitely has a good root system on it. So what I think I'll do is I'll chop this off right here at the bottom so I can pull it apart. There we go. That will help untangling, because I want to keep as much root as possible from the part where I'm going to keep the taproot. So I'll go up another bend here and take that off. There we go. I need to wet this. It's drying very quickly. Alright, I'm going to go up right to the start of this bend here, like that. Oh, it didn't have much root on that, just one. There we go. That's better. So I'm hoping my root plane will be actually up here. But I'm not comfortable cutting any more than that off, just because this tree is in full leaf. And I don't want to lose it. This I grew from seed. It's not even a year old, or it might be just a year old. I'll have to see when it was germinated. And then this is this, or one of the maples that I grew from seed, will be dedicated to my father, a memory tree. When he passes on, they came from the long-term care facility that he lives at. Grow outside the doors. Okay, well, that's not too shabby. Let me zoom you out a little bit more here and see if I can, oh, try turning the light on, there we go. So that's a pretty nice shaggy root system. And it's already starting to be radial, but like I said, I'd like the root plane to be here at the start of this bend. So I'll bury it just above that maybe and see if we can get that growing there. Zoom you out here. So that's the root I removed this round. Next repotting, I'm sure there'll be a lot more removed. Just gonna put this right on top here, side in view, sort of. Oopsie. Bring you guys up a little bit and knock you guys over and all that fun stuff. There we go. There. Now you guys can kind of see me. So yeah. I don't know what I'll choose as a front. Well, I guess the front is going to change probably about 100 times. Kind of like this here. Somewhere around there for now, till I change it again. Oh, there's another one of those little seedlings. I don't think that one's going to make it though. Okay. So I want to make sure the roots are going out nice and radial. Even though they're hitting the edges, I know I should trim them, but I'm not going to. And then I'm hoping for the root plane here, above all of these root planes. And we'll see how it does. I have a bunch more, and the other ones are all just starting to leaf out now. They haven't, not like this one at all, haven't leafed out. And this one's been really vigorous under the grow lights. I moved it upstairs not too long ago because I rehomed that aquarium that they were all living in and under. So I had to move all the trees to shelves, and this one, similar to those black shelves that I have up here, this one didn't fit in the shelves. So I brought it upstairs, so now it gets natural light, and it's in much warmer part of the house. So these are my first maples grown from seed, and my first maples at all. So I'm learning as I go. Now the maples in front of my dad's place that the seeds came from have maroon or dark, like red-like leaves in the summertime. I was surprised to see these ones have green, but there's one in the batch that does have green leaves. So maybe these are hybrids. And yes, I'm sorry, I caught another cold. I'm just getting over it. That's what happens when I'm home a little bit more. I catch everything that the kids have. Okay. Ran out of water there, so. And the soil in this basket should drain and aerate the roots a little bit better. Oops. And maybe I'll have to name this one if it survives. This one sure loves to grow. And it was growing all winter long. There it is. I don't have it on the turntable, but I'll spin it on the soil that's near there. I'll spin it right on the table. Hard to see back there. That's not a very good blocker either. Yeah, it's a nice tree. Found a creaky spot on the floor. That's weird. Yeah. Oops. Sorry about that. So that's that. Maple. What's next? There's a lot next. I'm not sure what's going on with this poor ficus. It dropped like a ton of leaves when I brought it over here. It just might not like all the spraying it's getting. It's being sprayed for bugs quite often. And I really don't think it likes the soap and water. It's just dropping its leaves like crazy. Yeah, so guess we can take it out of here. Probably gonna put it back in the same pot. See if I can, see if I have enough soil here so I don't have to go get some more. Oh yeah, there'll be enough soil there. What are you looking at? You're looking at part of the tree. There we go. So the trees in here, since it's warmed up outside, dry extremely quickly. And since the soap and water treatment, I've even watered twice, but you can see it's very dry again. This is a different mix in here too. Well, this was a cutting off my big tree or off of my root over rock, which did not survive, sadly. This is one of my favorite plantings, but it is what it is. Alright, you've seen this quite a lot. I'm going to finish this, clean up, and we'll come back when the roots are bare. All right, so we have a basically cleaned off set of roots there. This out of the way. Zoom you guys in. Not too shabby. I'll have to zoom you guys out a little bit. There, that'll work. Hopefully I can keep you guys in frame. That's in frame? Yes, that's in frame. Alright, so we have a big root here that looks like I cut the end off of it. Last root prune. There's one up here it's not growing up, it's following that root down. I might be able to use it later to replace this big root. Taking off the stuff that's growing straight down. Oh. My clippers are a little bit Van Hoobled here. Not quite sure what happened. There, that's better. Okay, so anything pointing straight down will come off. I should be taking this big root off, but all I've got is this little root up here, so that's going to wait. And I'd love to have roots like this one here all around on the surface. That would be really nice. There's a little gathering of roots up here. I think it's just too high. Take those off. I don't think they were alive anyway. So there's a big tuber root here sticking down. I am recording. Yeah, I'm recording. And it's in frame. I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to cut that bugger off here. Just like that. Big giant root going straight down. This one here is also going down. Take this one off. See if I can get a better cut on that. Sorry if I'm not in frame. Oops. Ah, it's gone all squishy. I can't get a nip on it. Alright, we got one growing down here we can take off. We can find where it's coming from. Ooh. A little bit of dirt in there. This one we can take off. My clumsiness can get it. Another one here going straight down. It's going straight up. We can take that off. This one is not only dead, but it's too high. Now, we've got a few roots coming from the same place. So this big fat root that I actually like, it's not radial, like it should be coming here, but it's coming over here. And there's a smaller one, well there's two more there. The only problem is it's going to leave a giant gap here. But I think it's going to better the tree, and I think the kids just got home from school. So I'm going to take this big one off of here. It's just not radial. There's going to be a big gap there, but I'm sure I'll get something else growing. This one is much nicer. You can see it's already moved over into that position. This one's okay. Just gonna shorten these. I'll take this one off here. Actually, probably take it off farther back here. And everything coming out the bottom can come off. Straight down. Yeah, that's gonna have to come off. Gonna be a little bit of noise while the kids come in. So there's three coming from the same place here, and also this one is doing a really funny curve. I'm going to have to take that off right here. And that's going 90 degrees, so we'll take that off. And that's not too bad. Shorten these up a bit. Just like that. And this end here where I had cut it off before has a whole bunch of little roots starting. All from the same place. So I'm just gonna take some of those away. This one here, this one going up can come off. Should probably take some more of the vigor out of there, so bring it back a little bit more. These two I'll have to leave, and hopefully we get more growing out. Just like that. Let's see. Light. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. Not the best root system, but it is what it is. And we'll put it back into its same pot. So I'll just get some soil in here. Like such. And see if that helps the health of the tree. I like this little tree. It's coming very nicely. Oop. Almost out of soil. I have to go downstairs and get some more. There we go. Alright, I'll get a bit more soil for it and water it in properly, and hopefully that brings back its vigor. I'll have to give it a bit of trim, but I'll do that in a few minutes once I get some more soil. Okay, very quickly I'm going to do some trimming. Get this little twin trunk back in control. Either way could be a front. I think this was the front. So this seemingly has died back. I'll take it off a bit shorter here. Yeah, these guys really do not like the soap and water. So we've got some nice splitting here. I'll bring this branch all the way back to those. I'm not keeping any cuttings. I have way too much going right now. This is all I got on here. I gotta keep it. This one had leaves on it. We'll see what it does. This one here can come back to that leaf there at least. I think that'll do it for that whole trunk. This shoot here, if that was a single trunk, it would look nice, but it's growing back into the tree. I'm going to take that off. You can see there's lots of sap flow, so I'm sure it'll bounce back okay. Take off this big old leaf here. And this extension, I'm just going to nip the tip off of it. It subdivides to two here, and then there's a little shoot growing back here, but I want that to grow out and harden first before I cut back to it. There's some upward growth here. I'm going to just take the growing tip off this. And the same off this. I'll leave this upwards growth, or should I remove it? No, I'll leave it for now. Take the growing tip off this. Closer to the apex here. Should have repositioned it, So this is going to be my main trunk, I guess. We have two branches vying for dominance there. This branch here, it makes a third branch from one spot here. I'm going to nip that off. Take the growing tip off this. There's a split here, and a split here, and a split there. I'll just put it back to here. That one's not doing much. Take the tip off. Tip off here. I take the growing tip off. Take this old leaf off here. This one here is growing straight up. Turn it around so you can see what I'm doing. So this one's growing straight up. I'm going to take that off. And the tip off. This is growing back in over all the other branches and stuff, so I'm going to take that off. Take the dead pruning stub off. Pruning stub off here. Pruning stub off here. Once this other shoot comes out, maybe I'll chop a bunch of this other stuff off. That can stay straight up. I think eventually this might be the apex. We'll see how it goes. Everything's growing towards where the window was, I guess. I'm going to try and keep this one small. It's pretty busy here. Decisions. I think I'll take this middle shoot off right here. That'll open it up anyways. There's a pruning stub I can take off. It's probably all I'll do this round. Some of these old leaves I'd love to take off, but it could lose the branch if I do. Yeah, I think that's it for now. And hopefully it bounces back from whatever was going on. I don't know what was going on there. I'm thinking all the treatments for the bugs are what's doing in some of these trees. A lot of them really don't like it. Even the bougainvilleas just dropping their leaves off. Yeah. So I took like half a tree off of here. Almost looks like the same amount that's still living on there. And this little twin trunk. Guess that'll be it for today. It's not perfect. So that's it for today. I'll probably do some more tomorrow if I'm not working. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be safe out there.